In this video, you will learn how to convert kilometer per hour to meter per second and the other way around, meter per second to kilometer per hour. Okay, in order to do the correct conversion, you need to know how to convert 1 unit of kilometer to meter. So the so-called greatest unit that you have learned is kilometer. The next bigger unit is meter, then it will be cm, and finally millimeters. So that's what you have learned so far. Okay, and the word kilo actually means 1000. Is 1000 of what? Is 1000 of the meters. So let's say I have 5 kilometers, right? It means 5,000 meters. 5,000 of these meters is equals to 5 kilometers. That's why to convert from kilometer to meters, you must times 1000. Now this diagram is very useful because you can actually just reduce the number of zeros. Okay, as you move from here to here, you reduce the number of zero. So here you times, to get from meter to cm, you times 100, and to get from cm to millimeter, you just times 1 zero less, which is times 10. And the other way, to go from here to here, you divide. Okay, so this is the usefulness of this diagram. And not only that, let's say I want to straight away get from kilometer to cm, right? I just need to multiply 1, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, altogether 5 zeros. Okay, similarly, if I want to get from millimeters all the way one shot, I want to jump to kilometer, right? I divide by 1, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 zeros. Okay, so that's the usefulness of this diagram. So next time in your national exam, when the examiner say you may begin now, you can straight away write this down. Okay, the other one that you need to know is time. So the biggest unit of time you know is hours, followed by minutes, and then finally seconds. Now to get from here to here, it's the same thing. This way is times. Okay, times what? 60 times 60. So the other way around is divide. Now I believe all of you know this, and same thing, you want to get from seconds straight away to hours, right? You divide by 60, divide by 60. Okay, okay, now let's come and do this question. Now if I want to convert 60 kilometer per hour to meter per second, right, as mentioned in class, you rewrite it as a fraction. Per, this word per, which is a backslash, means divide. Okay, so kilometers, you write 60 kilometers divided by, if there's no number here, it means 1 hour. Okay, now I want you to continue from here and do the conversion from here. So how do we do that? We can now convert to whatever we want. You see, the final thing that we want is meter over second, because meter over second means meter per second. So how do I convert 60 kilometers to meters? I times 1000, right? So it will be 60 times 1000. Okay, and at the denominator, I want 1 hour to be converted into seconds. Okay, so how do I do that? 1 hour, I want to convert to seconds. I multiply by 60. So the 1, I times 60 times 60. Press calculator, and I'll have my answer in meter per second. Now you press calculator, if you don't get a nice answer, then you can leave your answer in 3SF. Alright? But if you get an exact answer, then you leave your answer as exact. Okay, so that's how you convert from kilometer per hour to meter per second. Now this is easier. Okay, now the harder one is to convert from meter per second to kilometer per hour. But if you use the same method as I discussed earlier, wait, let me see where's my cursor. Here. You convert this, right, to a fraction, because 18 meter per second means 18 meter divided by second. There's no number here, it means 1 second. Yeah, so now you need to convert these meters to kilometers, and this second you need to convert it to hours. Alright, now if you don't have this diagram, you try to visualize in your mind, it's very difficult. Okay, so I strongly recommend that you have this in your national exam, and then you see, you want meters, 18 meters, right? You want to go this way, so you have to divide by 1000 to get your kilometers. So this 18, you just take 18 and then you divide by 1000. Okay, this part here you must be very careful. You have to understand that when you press in your calculator, right, this is your numerator in your calculator. So you press that button, you know, the button with the two boxes one, the fraction symbol. Then inside here, right, you press this button again to activate the fraction, then you key in this. Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, you PM me. Okay, that we're done the kilometers already. Now I want to change the seconds to hours. Now how do I do that? It's all here. So you have this diagram, it's very simple. You must divide by 60 and divide by 60 again. Now how to divide by 60 and divide by 60 again? Okay, you can actually do it this way. I will use a red pen to write the numbers at the denominator. Okay, so 1, this number 1 here, 1 second, you want to change to hours, right? You must divide by 60 and then you divide by 60 again. That means at the denominator, right, it's 60 times 60. Okay, so you press your calculator. You no need to do manual calculation. Okay, you press your calculator, right, you press this button. Okay, then you put your cursor here in your calculator, you press this button again, this will come out, and then you key in this, you key in this, then you put the arrow button down, and then you key in this one, and then you key in 60 times 60 here, then you press equal, they will straight away give you the answer in kilometer per hour. Okay, now again, if the answer is not exact, you change to 3SF.